everybody. It's Coach Mike, and once again, I want to thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Hope you're doing all well as we get to the halfway point of October. Prepare for November and the end of the year. It's going to start getting colder here now in Wisconsin, but we still had a beautiful fall day today. This past Sunday, the gospel message came from Luke, and it was the parable of the widow and the unrighteous judge. And Jesus' message was the power of prayer and how to be persistent in your prayer life. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Be persistent. And as Jesus did so many times in the gospel, he used a parable. Just think if we could go back and relive and go through all the parables that Jesus gave in the gospels and live those messages, we'd be so much better off. And our world would be so much better off. But this parable was is about a judge, and he did not fear God, nor did he care what people thought at all. And a widow. And in ancient times, widows were powerless. They were very vulnerable. Well, this poor, helpless widow is seeking to find justice, so she relentlessly petitions the judge. And the judge refuses her time after time after time. And she does not give up. And she keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. And finally, the judge has had enough. And as it says in the Bible, the judge says, though I neither fear God nor regard man, yet because this widow bothers me, I will vindicate her, or she will wear me out by her continual coming. And he gives in and gives her justice. What a great triumph. What a story for this helpless poor widow to have the judge give in and give her just. And then Jesus points out that, we, the widow pleaded for justice, and we should persevere in faith and tirelessly petition God for our needs through the power of prayer. The judge who wasn't care about God or people gave in. Jesus points out how much more he is because he cares about us and he loves us and he wants to do what's best for us. So continue to be persistent in prayer. And one of the greatest examples I can think of is the great Saint Teresa of Calcutta, or also many know her as Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa built the Sisters of Charity, who have saved and took care of millions and millions of people in the streets of Calcutta and throughout the world. They were there for people that were dying in the streets, cleaned them up, took care of them, blessed them, and were with them when they took their last breath. And a tremendous way. Now she's all over the world with her sisters. And Mother Teresa did not have a thing to start with. She had no business plan. She had no corporate funding. She just had prayer. The one consistent thing that Mother Teresa did from the very beginning was she prayed 1 hour every day in the morning and continually prayed. And she asked God for help so that she could serve the powerless, the vulnerable, those that were dying in the streets. And each step of the way, God provided. It took some time. It didn't happen overnight. But through the persistent power of prayer, she prevailed. And the Sisters of Charity to this day still serve and help others. So we too need to be persistent in our prayer. I will continue to pray for all of you and try to be consistent in my prayer. And I will ask God to guide me and help me to do the things that he wants me to do in this life. Because it's not about me, it's not about this world. It's about serving others and following the example of Jesus in our faith. So, God bless you all. I'll pray for you. Be consistent. Don't persevere. Be like the widow, and Jesus and God will take care of us. God bless you all. In the deed, find glory.